Hi, this is an update on what I'm doing on the camper. Now, I want to talk to you about something. I did buy a little bit of Eternabond. Unfortunately, I'm not going to use most of this. You can see they already put Eternabond up here. I've already replaced both the vents. I put a little Eternabond here because there are some breaks in the roof there and there. But right here, where they put this Eternabond down, it is a complete Eternabond failure. Look at that. See that? See the seam? Eternabond 100% completely failed. I'm not going to blame Eternabond because I don't know how they cleaned this roof, if they even cleaned the roof before they put it down. But if they did, Eternabond did 100% fail. This is where most of the water's coming into the roof. Now, I did put a little bit of Eternabond here. I'm waiting a couple weeks to see how well it holds. I did clean it before I put it down there. But as you can see, this Eternabond let loose. And a lot of the water is coming in here. And I believe there's a place in the front too that I'm going to have to fix. And you're probably going, alright, how are you going to fix this? How are you going to fix it to where it doesn't leak if you're not going to use Eternabond? Well, that's an easy fix. Let me get down here. And you can see the Eternabond is working up. This is a complete Eternabond failure, 100%. Now, I did just put this here. I did clean it very well before I did. And look at that. It's coming right up. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. It's just letting right loose. I did clean that area underneath there before I put that down. And it is letting right loose. So I would not trust Eternabond. So, how am I going to fix that? Right here. See, here's the Eternabond here that I have left. Set that aside. I may use that for just patching little bitty holes, going over it with something else. Here's how I'm going to fix that. Sheet metal screws, and butyl tape. Now I'm going to take the butyl tape. First I have to cut this down. I'm going to cut it to fit up there. It's plenty wide. It's like a foot wide. I'm going to put my butyl tape just like this on the edge. Sorry, I'm having to do this with one hand. And of course it'll be more level and even. Before I do anything, I'm going to cut this to the right length, and I'm going to drill holes through the sheet metal. Some small holes, about every 2 inches or so. Then I'm going to put the butyl tape down. Then I'm going to screw it down. And with the screw screwed down, it'll actually make a watertight seal with the butyl tape. Hell, the butyl tape's sticking better than the Eternabond is. Then I will go over it. I will make sure there's no oil or anything on here. I will go over it with some rubber roof coating. I will also get some more Dicor to go around the edges. This is plenty wide. It's like a foot wide. And it will definitely cover that to where that water's coming in. If you have a Eternabond and it's failing, you have to patch it. You just don't keep going over it with a Eternabond, because if it's not holding, it's not holding. If it's leaking, it's leaking. Now, I did have this laying around. It's just some sheet metal. But once I get this sheet metal up with butyl tape underneath it and it's screwed down, it will keep it from leaking. Now I have like 9-10 feet of sheet metal here, and I do have some sheet metal screws coming. And you're going, well, if it's not the same material as your camper trailer roof, it'll rust. That's a good possibility, but you have to understand something. This is like a 73, and every time it rains, water's going under that Eternabond, and it's actually getting worse on the inside. And I actually do believe this front here, they do have some Eternabond on the front. I will double check it. If it's just leaking a little bit under the Eternabond here, I can always seal it. But on the back right there, that is absolutely 100% where the Eternabond is leaking in. I've already replaced the vents. I've checked both vents. Neither one are leaking. That is the Eternabond. So if you have a camper and you don't want to spend a lot of money on buying Eternabond, because it does have a high failure rate on a lot of things, get you some sheet metal. I have 30 foot of butyl tape coming. That way I can put butyl tape on each side, the top, bottom, whatever, and I can go across this way in some places, and right here on the ends I can have butyl tape all the way across the ends, and that will keep water from going up in there. And over the screw heads I will be putting Dicor rubber roof coating, and that should take care of any leaks up there. Once again, the Eternabond is 100% complete failure on this. Now, like I said, I don't know if they even cleaned the roof before they put it on, but if they did, that is a huge failure. And you saw where I put Eternabond up myself, and I did roll it out. It is letting loose. So don't rely on Eternabond. This was a complete Eternabond failure, which is causing more work and more expense for me, because, well, Eternabond's supposed to stick, right? And I did replace both roof vents, which did need replacing, grant you, but still, I would have rather fixed the roof first if I would have known it was the Eternabond that was leaking. And once again, I have my Eternabond over here, right here. That was a waste of money, complete waste of money. Get midnight in. Anyway, this is another update on the camper, on what I discovered that has to be fixed before I can even worry about starting on the inside. And you're going, why are you putting metal up? Why don't you just put a Eternabond and another coating? Because if a Eternabond is failing, we don't want to get over there on our property and end up moving in this thing and then end up having a huge roof leak and destroying everything we have on the inside. So that's why I'm going to patch it using sheet metal screws, and Dicor. Be careful, midnight. Sheet metal sharp. And the Dicor I'm using is the lap sealant self-leveling. I went through 4 of these tubes, literally 4 of these tubes on 2 of the vents. Now they are not leaking, but that Eternabond is. So that is a complete Eternabond failure. Anyway, this is an update on the camper. I wanted to show you If you're worried about your trailer, and even if you get the roof clean, it seems like this Eternabond is not gripping properly. Once again, I did clean the area where the Eternabond, I put it down. Look at that. That area was clean. Even here. And you can see I did use a roller on it. That was an extra expense. So now what I possibly could do, and what I probably will do, is I will leave this Eternabond down. I'll use some Dicor around the outside, and then I'll go over it with the sheet metal, and that should help take care of this leak 100%. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. This is the newest update on the camper. And once again, this was a complete Eternabond failure. So, know for sure that's something you want to do before you do it. Because that Eternabond is not cheap. And if you actually have to go over it again with something else, that's a lot of expense. And, you know, I wish I would have known that Eternabond was letting loose. I would have just patched it my way the first time. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. Get midnight in here again. And everyone have a good day. Bye. Oh, and I'll keep you updated on any trailer upgrades that I get done. Once again, I am waiting on the screws and the butyl tape. And I got the like clay butyl tape or whatever it is, the putty tape, the putty butyl tape. So that is the same butyl tape that came with my vents, and I ordered 30 feet of it. So I should have plenty of it for up there to take care of that issue. Alright, that's it. I'm fixing to go. Everyone have a good day. Bye.